Okay, so here's Song of the Wind. Now remember that when you're practicing a new song, there's 3 things you do before we could use the bow. The first thing you do is you read those notes. The second thing you do is you count it. The third thing you do is you read and pluck and count and pluck. And once you have plucked through it and you understand it, then you can add the bow. So, how do we read the music? Remember faces and the spaces, and our first note is on a space. So F, A, our first note is A. A, B, C sharp, D, E, 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 F sharp, D. This high 3 is our third finger on the E string. A, F sharp, E. And that is a quarter rest. Quarter note, quarter rest. They're each worth 1. Okay? So that's all I'm going to say as far as note reading. With that first line, you can figure out all the other notes in the song. Okay? Counting it. Now, up in lightly row, we had our quarter notes. The quarter note is worth 1 beat, right? Quarter note's colored in, it's worth 1. Now, if you look here, these 2 notes are connected. That means I've taken the quarter note, bent them in half. And by taking my quarter note and cutting it in half, I'm getting 2 notes out of it, okay? The first note is called the beat number, and the second eighth note is always called and. Okay, so we're in 2/4. That means 2 quarter notes in a measure. Remember, 2 eighth notes is equal to 1 quarter. So these 2 eighths is 1 quarter. These 2 eighths is the second quarter. I have 2 quarters in this measure, 2 quarters, 2 quarters. Hey, look, a quarter note and a quarter rest. So I still have 2 quarters. Okay, so the second eighth note is always called and. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2. And on that rest, we're going to do a circle bow and come in down bow. Okay? On this rest, we have to do another circle bow, come in down bow. Now, if you notice here, we go A, C sharp, E, and then we have to come in down bow again. But there's no rest, which means we have to do a really fast circle bow right here. Okay, so that's how you read it, that's how you count it, and once you can pluck them while counting and reading, then you can add your bow and go on to the next video.